I kind of wanted to touch upon what happened yesterday with the Showdown event and your feedback, what you guys have been saying with your own Showdown event. And I kind of wanted to break this video down into 3 segments. So the first one's going to be talking about rewards, the Showdown event altogether. The second one's going to be about how progression works and kind of what I think UFL want to do. And then the third part will be just me summarizing everything. So let's get into the thick of it. So with the Showdown event, it was an event over the weekend, right? You had to win 15 games to get maximum rewards. If you lost 5 games, your event ended, essentially. I did okay in it, nothing incredible. I think I got 7 or 9 wins. I can't remember exactly now. But we got okay rewards. Now, I didn't realize until I checked the comments, and I'll go to this video in a second, that you guys were essentially got the same rewards as me, more or less. So if we were to have a look at said video, if you want to watch the video, it's basically here. I finished UFL Showdown event, and it was, right? And we've got the comments here, and nobody is wrong with anything they've said here. I want to clear this up straight away and get this out of the way. Nobody is wrong with their opinion. You are all entitled to your opinion, and none of you are wrong with your opinion. But what I've gathered, quite a lot of you got 15 wins, which is absolutely incredible. But unfortunately, you weren't happy with your rewards. Now, it seems like everybody got 2 million CP, no matter what sort of rewards. I think if you got like 3 wins, you got 2 million CP, and I could be wrong. But as you can see here, got 15 wins for no reason, crap rewards. And then people are like, yeah, they should make 15 wins reward with a special skin. Now, apparently, if you get 15 wins with 0 losses, you get an extra Showdown skin on top. I've seen a lot of the Showdown skins, and they just look like normal skins, to be honest. You've got like 0.1% chance of getting something decent. So that's already a major problem. Also, people moaning about matchmaking. The issue I have with this in particular, very similar to EAFC 25 in the Weekend League, you are going to play against strong teams. People have been playing this game for about a week and a half, maybe longer with early access. They're going to be grinding the game. This is the first event we've had that you get to basically, all your hard work, you can go in and batter people. That's how it works. I don't have an issue with the team ratings. Yes, it is annoying if you are a free-to-play player and you play somebody who has put money on the game or has spent more time than you grinding. But unfortunately, that's kind of like how the game is made, right? It's the same for every football game that's out. I have to admit with this one, though, so I played the Showdown Weekend League and it's absolutely gut with the teams. I played against 85 plus and 90s. Joke, can't people just play the game without spending real money anymore? This game turns solely into EFC 24. Now, the issue I have with this comment, again, he is right and nothing against him, but the issue I have with that is this is a free-to-play game. They need to make money for this game to continue on, and we'll get to that in part 2. But it's very hard for people to be like, or let's all just have a free-to-play game. People earn more money than other people. People want to spend their money on whatever they want to spend their money on. Do I agree with it? Yes and no. It's completely down to your own situation. But as you can see here, that's a joke. 7 wins, only getting 2 million CP. That's the point. The game will 100% die. Don't understand. Don't understand me wrong. I love the game, but what kind of awful rewards are there? A joke. A little bit off topic, someone's asking about something else. I got 9 out of 5 and only got 2 million. Brutal. For some reason, it won't let me join Discord. It's a different question. I went 15-9, got 3 rare skins, and the Showdown pack with 0.1% chance of a person. That's what I was talking about. I think that needs to be fixed massively. In terms of the 2 million, I do think you should get more as you progress higher up with more wins. It is a difficult thing. Now, again, Showdown is crap. It should match us with similar team strengths opponents, 73 rated versus 84. Again, very similar. I think it should be done on an ELO. So if you win 3 games and drawn 1 and lost none, you should match someone around the same 3 wins. Like even in the video that we're reading the comments off, I matched the same person twice, had a crazy team. He was better than me, but had a crazy team, and that's the reason why. And again, people just moaning that rewards are done. Now, I have got some good news on the case of this. Now, if we head over to Twitter or X, you can see here one of the CEOs or the representatives of UFL has tweeted out about rewards. So let's go have a look at that now. So Eugene is here, and as you can see here, we will closely look at Showdown performance this week. Seen some reward comments, we will look into them as well. These guys strive off feedback. So instead of saying, oh, we should only play these teams, the game's rubbish, it's never going to beat FIFA, try and give some constructive criticism back. Like, okay, I like this idea. Yes, I got 9 wins, I only got 2 million. The person that got 3 wins only got 2 million. The person that got 15 wins only got 2 million. Is there a way we can fix that? This is the kind of way you want to approach this. These are completely different to EA when it comes to feedback and running the community. So going back to what I was saying about the game being free to play, they need the community to keep this game going, right? So they need to have a full-on line of communication back and forth. So the more feedback you give, it doesn't have to be positive. It doesn't have to be extremely negative. it can be in the middle. You can say, look, I like this game. I'm not enjoying the most recent patch. AI defending seems too strong. People are now controlling their midfielders. If a lot of people say that and feel that way about it, they will probably go out and fix that issue. The issue you have is, and I get these comments all the time, and again, none of the comments are wrong. You are entitled to your opinion. But everybody's saying the game is absolutely terrible, never beat FIFA, is money grabbing, it is FIFA. And now we are going to go into point 2 of this video. So, let's say this game is 100% free to play, as in you can play this game for free without buying it, right? The difference between this and EA is EA, you have to buy the game first to then play it. So they have the initial fee of money coming in to keep the game going, to give us new content. How this one will work is you have to basically either buy the in-game transactions, for example, CP to buy players off the market, the season pass, anything else like the LP to be able to get yourself league points. That's going to be their main driving force of making money, right? My biggest concern, and I don't know if it has been answered anywhere, and hopefully it has, and you guys can tell me down below, but let's just say you manage to get yourself all of these players on this first page, right? All, what's this, 6, 12, 18 players you've got here. What happens once you have all these players? You don't have to play the game anymore because you can be like, yeah, I'm going to level them all up to 99. We know that's going to take a hell of a long time to do anyway. And then you're just going to hit the ceiling. Like, you can't get better players. The only thing you are chasing are skins. And you can only get those skins at this minute in time by either doing the season pass or just playing the divisions, right? And if you get these players too quickly, this game will just completely die. It will just fall off. There'll be no reason to play it. The reason why this has got the initial buzz straight off the start, and if we go over to my team at the moment, yes, I have got some players on here that have been bought, but all of these players were essentially, Longstaff was our highest rate, he was our captain. I bought Makuso and Di Maria, so we'll ignore those, but everybody else has been leveled up by playing the game more, right? So we have an aspect to grind to. Very similar to how EAFC or FIFA used to work with Ultimate Team. You start off with a bronze, silver, and mixture of gold players all in one team. Your main objective is, I've got to improve my team. I've got to get my team done. We've kind of been brainwashed to go, well, if I complete this SBC, I get these packs for these players. If I complete this one, I get that one. That is a fantastic model for FC25 because they have the license to give us, for example, this Di Maria card. We get an 85 rated Di Maria card who has different skill points or different this. Then later on down the line, we get an 87 Di Maria who can now play left back with extra chemistry. So that's their idea of just rehashing the same cards. UFL, at this minute in time, don't have that luxury. All they have is their base cards. So what I mean by this, if we just go down, for example, and we look for Di Maria, I already own Di Maria. Now, he's 84 rated. Once he hits 85, Di Maria on this here will be 85 rated. That is essentially how it works. So once you own the players, you literally own the players. You can't sell them, trade them for more. Yes, I know you can sell your players, but obviously it's for like an eighth of the price. For example, Di Maria cost me 85 million. If I sold him, I get 16.1 back. So they don't want you to buy and sell players. They want you to grind the game to buy the players. Now, going back to my initial point, the issue I have is once you have achieved these players, and don't get me wrong, it's either going to cost you a lot of money or a lot of time to get that done. What happens afterwards? Is there going to be a new season? UFL Season 2, Season 3 in the future years? Or is this just the sole game right now? So once you have got a Bellingham, Haaland and Messi, that's it. You've got them, you're just looking to get the personal skins or a different skin that's going to help them. Because if we are stuck in that mentality, and let's just say this is a one-year cycle game, right? And they're not going to give us a brand new Ronaldo card who's going to be, I don't know, 76 rated Ronaldo, and you can level them up. Even though I think that's a really good idea, very similar to Evos on FC25, like the idea. If they don't do that, and let's say you went ahead and got your Ronaldo, you now have a 91 Ronaldo for the rest of the lifespan of the game. So they then have two choices, right? They can either go, okay, we're going to just stick with what we have and make it a very, 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 very long grind to get these players, or a lot of money to get these players. Or when the new season comes around, so let's say December next year, they just hard reset your entire account and you can pick one captain who's high rated and then the rest are 72 or 54 or whatever, lower rated. Are you going to be happy after spending all that money and all that time getting these players for them to hard reset it? I can tell you right now from my comments, most of you will be absolutely furious with that, and so would I after I spent so much time grinding players. So right now, as you can see, just above here, I've got about 94 million. I'm going to do a video about who to buy a bit later on, but I've got a choice now of buying one player or a handful of players, right? If I were to buy a handful of players of all the CP that I've managed to save up and play through games, etc., yes, I would be very, very frustrated if it comes to next year and then I cannot use those players anymore and they reset and I lose X amount. Now, going back to that, also here is another kind of major problem I see with people moaning about XP and how hard it is to level players up. So let's use this goalkeeper. I've had him since day one. He is 71 rated. We are very, very close to him being 72. If I play 1,000, 2,000 games over the whole entire year span, all of these players are eventually going to be whatever the cap is, so 99 rated. What happens then? Because you've got 99 rated players, the only difference then would be, for example, using Longstaff with his skills, he doesn't have the ultra effect ones, right? The pink ones. So that's what I'm essentially playing for in the end, is getting pink ones. Now, I've got no idea if UFL are going to come out in the near future and be like, look, guys, we're going to add more cards to the market. We're going to give you a Messi, but he's going to have completely different ultra effect skill points on his card. Or he can play different positions straight out the bat, kind of similar to this acquired positions one underneath my camera. Or they flip it the other way and go, okay, we're going to bring out Messi and a Ronaldo and a Haaland, and they're all going to be 57 rated, and you have X amount of time to level them up. That's the only way they can make this game into a longevity game without them coming out and saying, this is what we plan to do, this is what we're doing. So at the moment, their main aim is to get people on the game, playing the game, keeping those core players on the game to keep the game going, and then it will go into the next step. The issue you have right now, and they have tried to stop this in some ways, you can't necessarily just go out and buy a Bellingham, Haaland, and Ronaldo and put them all in your team straight away. You need to have the RP, like the salary cap if you want. That's their way of tackling people just buying all the players straight away. Now, to get your RP up, you have to play a lot of games anyways. You can see right now, I've got 225,000 as my main cap. Di Maria is costing me about 62,000 in the team, and Makuso is my second most expensive one, or Longstaff. Longstaff is 6.6. So between them three alone, that is about 70,000, right? So I can't just go, right, let me just go ahead and get my credit card out, bang, go ahead and buy Ronaldo and Messi, put them in the team. I can't do that because of the salary cap. So they have trying to control that in some way, and I can understand the frustration if you're newer to the game or you're trying to get your head around it and you play up against someone who has a crazy good team, right? It's just going to happen, unfortunately. That's the same with every other football game, but they have to get the balance right. If we make this game too easy to achieve the players too quickly, everybody stops playing it and falls off and don't want to play it anymore. If we make it too hard for people to get these players, people don't want to play it anymore, they fall off, and basically the people who just sit here and play it all day, every day, benefit from it. The people who drop in, drop out, unfortunately don't get anything out of it. So they've got to find the perfect balance, which is easier for us to sit here and say, they got to fix this, they got to do this, they got to do that. But we don't know what the long goal is for this game. Are they going to say, in 3 months? So, for example, that being said, with our team pass, right, this expires in 47 days. If I move my camera down, you'll see here 47 days, right above me here. So what happens when this expires? We're going to get a new season pass, obviously. But are they going to bring in new cards or new things with people who are lower rated, like I was mentioning? So, for example, we get Di Maria 67 rated. If they do that, then the game has a long life in it and you can kind of decide what to do. But right now, I think it's too early for people to just go, no, this game isn't going to beat FC25. Of course it's not. FIFA and FC25 has been around for almost, 50 years nearly now. They've had the game. They've got everything done. The difference for me, if you wanted to compare, is this to eFootball or PES, whatever you want to call it. Again, that has been around for a very, very, very long time. So for them to come into a very competitive sports gaming scene and have a very good start, like I think the core concepts of the game are there. They're listening to the community. They're trying to make changes. They're going to make mistakes here and there. Let's not just be so brutal straight away. Like, we don't need to be, right, this game's awful, I'm not playing it anymore, turn it off, delete it, it's never going to be this. We don't know yet. We need to give it some time. Yes, they have made mistakes. Completely agree with you on that. Yes, there do need to be some changes. Some things do need to be reverted back. I do prefer having manual defending. I do think that was way more fun. They have made it a little bit more CPU/AI relative, and that's the issue. But in terms of long form or long running of a game, that's my biggest concern. Because if you were just to go out and get 4 or 5 players, like I said, I'm always at 1 million now, and I can go ahead and get like maybe 2 really good players into my team. If I do that again, and then again, I have almost a very strong team, and I get to the point where I'm like, kind of like FC25 right now, your team's really good, but if you want that brand new special Messi Mbappe card, you're going to have to pack him or be extremely lucky in terms of objectives or buying stuff from the store, right? And you get stuck in that like plateau area in the middle where your team's good, but it isn't quite elite, but it's way better than anyone making a brand new account or way better than anyone that hasn't played it for as long as you have. We're going to have the same issue with UFL. The only difference is at least your players go up. So let's just say you started FC25, you did a load of Evos, you got your Mendy left back, the rat himself, up to 86 with an Evo. You can be like, well, at least he continues on. These cards are kind of similar in that way. So if I keep going, this is going to be an 80 rated centre-back. This is going to be an 80 rated centre-back. These two will probably be around 82 to 86 rated. So you see the team does keep progressing on. Just takes you longer to get that done. But then getting to the third and final part of this video, summarising. And the best thing for me is the showdown event rewards do need to change. Like I do feel like anyone that got... Did anyone even get 10 million CP? I think you only got that if you won 15 wins and 0 losses. I could be wrong. I didn't see that anywhere when I looked. So that needs to change. I'm not saying they need to give us 100 million CP for getting 15 wins. If this is going to go on every single week, if you were to combine this with the weekly objectives and the daily objectives, you do get like 2.5, 4.5, well, 2 million a day plus 4.5 altogether every week if you only did that. Plus, if you did the weekly on top and we managed to get this up to, I don't know, it's 5 million plus, you are getting enough there. They can't be too generous with this because they have to manage this carefully. If they give us too much CP too early and everybody gets a crazy team, there's no reason to play it anymore unless you just thoroughly enjoy the game. But the player base will die. The reason why we're all enjoying this is because we want to get this player. We want to achieve this goal. We are enjoying the grind. If we eliminate that whole subject of this game, what else is there left to do? We have got nothing else to do. We're just grinding for the sake of grinding. But then the flip of that as well, if they make it too low, like they just did this weekend, and we only got 2 million, even if you got 15 wins, you got a little bit of boosters here and there. The showdown skin packs weren't amazing in the end. That completely kills off anyone. That's what I was kind of achieving for. Wanted to know what the showdown event was. Found out. Very, very underwhelming. Not great. They are making the changes, and I know this is a bit of a weird video, but I kind of wanted to do that. Like I say, let me know in the comment section down below what is the one biggest change you want to make to this game, whether it is the microtransactions, the CP input, XP of players, or how the gameplay feels. Really want to know. I know we have been talking behind the scenes a little bit with some of the guys at UFL, so it would be great if they can see the comment section as well. Maybe share the video around if you want to try and get some traction on this, but hopefully this kind of covers like their side of it and our side of it together. I tried to make it as neutral as possible. I am not biased. I am frustrated as you are with some of the changes in this game, but I also like this game way more than FC. If you don't know about the channel, my whole channel's around FIFA and FC25 and other games as well. I do like it, but I find this so much more refreshing, and we have the control in our hands. We can tell them to change this, and they will listen, whereas EA, we can basically all gather together, protest, and it goes on deaf ears. So, you know, one of those. But let me know anyway. Thank you so much for watching. A bit of a weird video, I know, and I will catch you in the next UFL video.